This trail has got some icy patches here, which doesn't surprise me. It's 20 degrees here in the HELLAM Hills of Pennsylvania. We are back today at the Robert Kinsley Nature Preserve, a Lancaster Conservancy Nature Preserve. We were here before when we visited that really nice overlook known as Buzzard's Roost. In that video, I talk about coming down this trail in order to get to Wildcat Run and Wildcat Bluff. And that's what we're doing today. First thing we're gonna do, other than try not to slip on this ice, we're going down there because that's where the overlook is. I think I can see the house that sits above Wildcat Falls, which would be right off there. It's pretty quiet except for the kind of the dull hum of, I guess, the highway over there. So it is kind of peaceful. We'll be at the Wildcat Bluff Overlook any minute. So we came off the trail out of curiosity. I couldn't help but wonder what Wildcat Falls looks like right as it starts to go down the actual waterfall. For viewers out there who don't know, are from a different part of the country or whatever, is that we're right on the Susquehanna River here. This is Wildcat Run. Stream comes off the HELLAM Hills, and right down there somewhere it goes over a very nice waterfall. This waterfall is on private property, and that's the property right there. But I've always been curious, would it be possible to find a spot up on the ridge, which is still on the preserve land, where you could actually see down, perhaps with a camera that you can zoom with, right, like we have. You could see down and actually see the falls, because as far as I know, the way these falls are situated is you can't really see them unless you're right up in front of them or off to the side. So there's Wildcat Run right there. I can hear something. I don't know if that's just a stream or if that's the falls. Changed my mind. We're gonna stick to the plan, and we're gonna go to the bluff first. Document that, and then on the way back, if we can, because we are on a time constraint today, but I don't know if that's gonna work out. So let's just focus on Wildcat Bluff. This trail is quite steep, so we're gonna have to come back up that. So we gotta make sure that we leave enough time, because it'll probably take a lot longer to get back to the car than it did to get here, which is right above the river. And I don't want to be late for where I have to go. There's a big switchback in the trail, which corners right there, comes up this way. River's right there. And there's the house that I was talking about before. And the Wildcat Overlook is somewhere around here. It might be down there, maybe I missed it, but I kind of think it's up here. We are at the top of the knoll upon which this house sits. And this is telling me the Overlook Trail is back that way, so I must have missed it somehow. So the property line probably is right there. Okay, this is the property boundary, which means from here, and it cuts down that way and across a little ways, I know from looking at maps. So I don't want to go on that property, but I do want to see if we can see anything from just inside the property boundary. And in fact, I can see stuff right there. And there is Wildcat Falls right there. Huh. I think it's maybe a 30-foot drop. It's supposed to be pretty nice though. Yeah, you can definitely hear it. Huh. Wildcat Run goes right up into the HELLAM Hills. So we can in fact see some of the falls. We're not more than 50 feet beyond the property boundary, which is right there on that thing. See, yellow, yellow, Huh. So let's head back to the Overlook spur trail, which should be right down here. I think what we should do is plan another trip here with the sole purpose of going up that side of the ridge, staying within the preserve property, and see if we can't find a spot where we might be able to see the falls. It kind of looked like they went down in a channel that was pretty cut down into the rock. So it's likely that you might not be able to see it, but we don't know that for sure, right? Because we haven't been there. And if we bring the Panasonic, then if we find a good spot and we come on a better day, I mean, the visibility here is not good today. So what we'll have to do is come on a day when it's really clear and just walk that property boundary. Because I know on the other side of Wildcat Run, there is a strip of conservancy land which goes the whole way down to the river. And that has a property boundary that is at kind of at the top of that ridge, or maybe a little off the top, that at one point you might be able to just look directly down and see the falls. Again, speculation on my part, but speculation is probably responsible for half the videos I've made, right? So it's not necessarily a bad thing. What is bad is that I don't know where this Overlook spur trail is. I'm almost at the river level here. This looks like a road that goes down to the river. I don't want to get any lower down than I already am. On the map, there's a trail that goes right over there somewhere for the Overlook, Wildcat Bluff. But I don't see anything at all that even remotely looks like a well-worn path, because it would be well-worn because it's a popular overlook, I would imagine. You see that? Yeah, and there's even a sign right there. But are we supposed to just go through the woods? That seems weird. Obviously I'm missing something and I can see it right from here, so I'm just going to cut across the woods here. And there is signage over here, the kind of signage you have, you know, when people visit something. It's right there. It's right freaking there. How did I not see that? Oh, it's so annoying. And here we are. Honestly, thought it would be a lot easier to find, but that's probably on me. There's our old friend, the quartzite. And right over here, whoa. Oh wow, look at this. All right, let's pay attention. It's gonna be windy. Look at this. Whoa. What was that, 150 feet they said? River road. And it is windy, and it's cold, and dreary. And here we are, right before the main overlook. I want to be really super careful, because there's probably ice lingering. There is some ice on the river. It's very thin though. Here you can really see how sharp that ridge plunges down into the river. Let's get back over here, away from the edge. There is a little trail that goes up here. So that's the main overlook right there. And we can still see pretty far even though it's kind of cloudy and misty. There you can see the cliffs going right up to the house. Unfortunately, we are pressed for time, and that's about all I can do there. We had enough fun trying to find this thing. More importantly, we got the idea for another future episode where we can go and try to see if we can't get a line on Wildcat Falls. Possibly even capture some of it, or even a portion of it, on a clear winter day with no leaves on the trees and more time to find just the right spot, if it's possible. Again, speculation on my part. If you had a good time, don't be shy. hit that subscribe button. All right, now I must begin the sad journey back up into the HELLAM Hills, which is going to be like that most of the way. Hope you guys had a good time. I know I did. This is Brett for TopoRanger, and I will see you in the next episode.